This is reading lesson number 37. This video is for you if you struggle with reading. My name is April McMurtry. I'm a professional reading specialist, dyslexia specialist, and the developer of the Learn Reading program, and I'm going to teach you to read through 100 videos. It's important that you start with lesson 1, and I have that video linked for you in the description below. I build upon these lessons in order, so it's important that you watch them in order, beginning with lesson 1. Here's how these lessons will work. The first 10 are taken from my Begin Reading packet, which is linked next to the number 1 in the description if you want those worksheets. Lessons 11 through 90 are taken from my Learn Reading program, which is linked next to the number 2 if you want those worksheets, which is the one that we're working on today. And lessons 91 through 100 are taken from my adult reading class, and that is next to the number 3 in the description. If you do not purchase the worksheets to follow along with me, that's okay. You can follow along right here for free, but you will need a piece of paper and a pencil to write the words down. So push pause, grab that, and then come right back. I will have 2 videos for you each week. You are free to follow along with me here for free, or you can join me live in my adult reading class at any time, especially if these lessons are a little easy for you. And there I can help you more personally. Again, my live adult reading class is linked next to the number 3 in the description below. And if you want an online tutor, I can recommend several, and I have those free recommendations for you below as well. Okay, let's get started. Here's where we left off in lesson 36. These last 4 words on the new words page were the ones that you were going to work on your own. So I will read those for you now to make sure that you pronounce them correctly. Remember that OU is going to say like the short U sound, So this word would be trouble, monstrous, thunderous, and famous. Treble, monstrous, thunderous, famous. Okay, here is lesson 37, today's lesson. The sight word is done, as in I am all done. Go ahead and practice these words. Make sure that you do not sound them out. These words should be learned as a unit. You can look at the very first letter or 2, consonant or 2 up into that first vowel to give you a clue, but that should be the extent of your decoding for sight words. They need to be recognized as a unit. Here is your new grapheme, NG. It's an unusual sound. It's made with your tongue going back to the back of your throat and kind of staying there. You can hear it in the ing suffix. It sounds like ing. It's that that is the sound for ng. It's kind of a nasal sound. It's kind of like an N, but your tongue, the back of your tongue is to the back of your throat, not the tip of your tongue to the top of your mouth. The back of your tongue goes to the back of your throat. So you're going to see that ng grapheme with A, I, O, and U often in words. And this would say ang, ing, ong, and ung. So make sure you practice those sounds correctly when you come to those on this page. And then here you're going to have a chance to separate that sound from the others on your phonemic awareness page. To follow along with me here, I want you to count how many sounds are in jungle. Jungle. Push pause, count the sounds, come right back. So in jungle, we have J, and then here's that new ng graphing. G, ul. J, g, ul. That kind of goes right into the g, but you can separate them even further in jungle. J, g, ul. All right, here's our new words for today. And I have the unit with that vowel helping the ng sound all together just to help you blend those sounds together, which is how it's always going to be. That ng is always going to have a vowel before it. So let's do those first 4 together. I'm going to put my brev here because the tap 2 rule still applies. If the next 2 letters are consonants, then the O will say its short sound, ah. So the sounds are s, ah, song, song. All right, go ahead and try this one. This A is going to make the long A sound because A-N-G always says ang. So that A technically break the tap 2 rule when it's next to an NG. So go ahead and pronounce this word. So we have gang. I shouldn't have put 2 dots there, just 1 for the NG. Gang, gang. Here, don't forget that A has its own rule that we learned a few lessons ago. If it's at the beginning of a word and there's a vowel 2 doors down, that A is going to make the schwa sound. So I'll be quiet while you work on this one. So the sound for the schwa sound for this A is Here we're going to have that ah because of the tap 2 rule. So the sounds are ol, along, along. Some people really kick out the sound of that G at the end, along. But usually when we speak, it's along with that tongue remaining at the back of the throat. Same with this word. Now, when you see ing together, it's that I makes the long E sound and says, so this whole unit says ing. So go ahead and pronounce this word. So that's a rule that you can pretty much take to the bank. If you have an I that has an NG after it, that I is going to sound like a long E, and it will say all together, ing. So the sounds are ing, thing. That it could possibly kick that G at the end, thing, but usually it's just the tongue remains at the back of the throat, thing. Okay. Here are your vocabulary words if you would like to continue practicing. Here are some word cards for you to cut out, practice fluency. And here are some sentences to practice the words in context. And your story. Ash has fun. You are doing remarkably. I'm so proud of you. See you in the next video.